So when you solve, make sure that you have your paper on your left side where you're going to solve, and on the right side your multiplication equation. I am going to guide you how you're going to solve your equation, your division equation. So write your dividend. Dividend is the higher number. Whatever you see in your equation right here or in your expression, you're going to start with writing your dividend. So go ahead and write your dividend, and after you wrote your dividend, draw your box. So I'm going to pretend I'm writing my dividend right here. Pretend these are numbers, okay? And in between that, you're going to draw your columns. In between those numbers, you're going to draw your columns. And like what we discussed before, there's always 3 rows when you are dividing. Go ahead and do your columns and then your 3 rows. That will be your 3 rows. And once you wrote your number, your dividend inside, you are going to write your divisor outside. Your divisor is the lower number that you see. So this is where you're going to write it. So after you write your divisor, make sure that you circle it. So that will help you and remind you that that's how many you're going to put inside a circle or inside a box or inside a bag. And remember that we always have to ask the questions. Now we have our numbers written down inside our box. Now we are going to write our sets. On the right side, write how many sets you have. So you should be able to write, you should write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This here are your sets. So you can put S for sets, okay? And on the side, on the right side, you're going to write your, what number are we going to use? Which one are we going to use for skip counting? Is it, so whatever your divisor that determines which times table we're going to use. So if it says here 3, you're going to skip count by 3s. Using our multiplication table, you could just go ahead and use your multiplication equation. If it says starts with 3s, that means we're going to start with 3 right here, 3, 6, 9, 12, and those are the one you're going to write here. If our divisor is 8, that means we're skip counting by 8, and you go ahead and write that down right now. And make sure that you are writing faster. And don't look around. Make sure that you're focused on what you're supposed to be doing. Work on your goals. Now that you have written your skip counting by whatever the divisor here is, now you're done with that. Now we're going to ask the questions using our letters. The H for how many sets off, for M for multiply, and then S for subtract, and then B for bring it up, and R for repeat. Okay, that means we're going to start all over again. Okay, so now you're going to ask the question. We're solving the very first number right here. We're going to ask the question. Whatever your number here, you're going to ask the question. How many sets of whatever's outside can you fit inside this number? All you need to do is match it up here on the right side, and you can figure out how many sets we're going to use. Make sure that you're going to choose the number that is closer to this number, not more than this number, because you don't have enough if you are going to choose a number that is higher than this. So after you've figure out how many sets you can make, you're going to write your answer in this box on the top. Go ahead and write your answer here on the top. And then the next steps is you're going to multiply. You multiply this number right here to this number. And we can use that over here too. So after you found your found your product, you're going to write your product over here. Okay, that will be multiply. Now the next step is you're going to subtract. We're going to subtract how many this number from this number right here on the top, and you're going to write your difference in this box right here. Now we have the difference. We're going to move on to the B for bring it up, which means whatever number you have here, it goes before the number here. Okay? Now you have, let's say you have 6 here and this is 2. Now it becomes 26. Okay? And after that, it says repeat. We're going to go back again and ask the same question. How many sets of this number can fit inside this number? Again, using this columns right here. And let's find out how many sets can you make. And once you find out, you write your answer here. Again, we're done asking the question how many. The next one is multiply. We multiply whatever number you have here to this number again. Now you multiply it and the answer goes inside this box. After you multiply it, now you found the product. Now you are going to subtract again. As for subtraction, you're going to subtract this number, whatever your number here, from this number right here on the top. So make sure you're subtracting it correctly, because if you are subtracting it wrong, then your answer is going to be wrong. Make sure you use the punch method and then you count up if you need to, just to double check your answer. Now we found our difference. Again, it says right here that we need to bring B for bring it up. This, whatever number we have here, we are going to write it before the number here. Now we have this 2 numbers, or maybe this 2 digits here. Whatever this 2-digit number here, you're going to ask the same thing because it says repeat. You're going back again and ask the question, how many sets of this number can fit inside this number here? Okay, now look again here. How many sets can you make? And once you find the answer, you write your answer here. Okay, please do not use the shapes, just write your number. And again, we're going to multiply. We are going to multiply whatever your number here, this number will become a factor, and you're going to multiply that to this number right here. Okay, now you multiply whatever number you wrote here to this number, and after you multiply that, you are going to write your product to this box right here. Okay, now we have the number and you wrote it here, your product. Now the next steps, because we already multiplied, is subtract. We are going to subtract whatever number you have here from this number on the top. Okay, find the difference and your answer goes down here. Okay, this is where your answer goes. Because we don't have any more number here, then we're going to stop. If this is 0, you don't need to put remainder. If it has a whole number, any number from 1 to 9, then you are going to write your number. Do you understand? But if you have 4 digits, you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to go up again, you bring it up, and go over the process again. I hope this helps you.